And now we're joined by Mirit Hoffman, spokeswoman for mothers of combat soldiers, or Imaot Lochamim, who says it is essential that the lives of IDF soldiers are prioritized, giving them all the backup they need. Mirit, good to have you. What can you tell us?
Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure. And
Sorry, thank you so much for having me. I'm a little bit nervous, so you'll have to. First of all, before I start, I'd like to send our condolences to all the families whose loved ones have fallen in battle, and a refuah shlema to all those injured and wounded. We are the mothers of IDF combat soldiers who are fighting on the front lines, whether it's at the moment up north in Yosh or in the Gaza Strip. We're very, very proud of our soldiers and who left families, who left children, who left their jobs in order to protect their homes in our country. And before I start about our mission, I'd like to take advantage of this platform, if I may, to send full support to the IDF in this mission. We back them up in everything that they do. Unfortunately, the press does not give them enough credit, and we want to salute them here to the brave soldiers and state our enormous gratitude and our thanks. We're very, very proud of their accomplishments, and we appreciate all their hard work. It's due to them that we're able to sit here in the studio and actually talk to you. So, and also very important that we state that we also fully support the government in its decision to go to war and not to stop until Hamas is eradicated. Now, regarding our goal, our message is very simple. Our soldiers' lives have to be first and foremost and prioritized over those of the enemy. And we want to make sure the government does everything it can when prosecuting this war in order to do that. We understand war is dangerous and our sons are risking their lives every day on the front lines, and we accept that. But what we will not accept is to put them in even more harm's way for other reasons, such as protecting the lives of the people living in Gaza. That's not what the soldiers are there for. That's Hamas's job. Hamas is using them as human shields, and we shouldn't be the ones having to deal with that.
Mirit, what does a day in your life really at the organization look like? I mean, what do you do in your everyday? And I know you've been vocal about the U.S. administration really limiting your activities, limiting the soldiers' activities. How do you deal with that in the everyday life?
Okay, so we're trying to get this out through various channels. We have government relations. We're lobbying and advocating our position in the Knesset. We meet with the Israeli Knesset MPs, with the decision makers in the government, to ensure that our voices are heard loud and clear, our concerns and requests, and that they should be taken in consideration and implemented. We have a tent opposite the Knesset where we meet with Knesset MPs that come and talk to us there. Last Wednesday, we had a lot of MPs that came to discuss this with us, and then they take our voice and bring it into the Knesset. We have media outlets through Israel and abroad, such as yourselves. Thank you very much for hosting me here, to spread our word, and working with relations with foreign organizations, diplomats, and ambassadors.
Mirit, and what made you really want to become a spokesperson for an organization like this? On a more personal note, do you have soldiers of your own at home?
So that is actually the easiest question. In my life, I'm a lawyer. I'm actually an elder law lawyer. My son is a paratrooper in Sanchanim. He's been called for Miluim since October 7th, and he has been in Gaza for the last 3 weeks. I've spoken to him once during those last 3 weeks. And he, like all the other soldiers, are fighting really hard on the battlefield. And I found that the least I can do is fight from here to make sure that he and all the combat soldiers get all the backup and all the optimal conditions in order to win this war. I am honored to be part of this organization, and we're all working extremely hard to make sure that this is the case. I just want to state that, I have one son who's in the battlefield. We have mothers who have like 4 children in Gaza right now. All of us are doing this as a volunteer job. We all have other jobs, and we all feel that this is, something that we should do to help our sons.
Mirit, and we're definitely joining your prayers that your son will come back home really fast and safely. Thank you so much for joining us today, and keep on the great work.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you very much.